Well, it's just a touch after 4 o'clock this Monday afternoon. I'm Michelle Craig. You're with Newsfeed PM. Welcome. More miners have returned to the surface at Stilfontein mine in the northwest this afternoon. At the same time, members of the community are now sending more supplies down the shaft. Newzroom Afrika's Refiloe Seboko joins us now for the latest on the scene. Refiloe, in the last hour when we spoke to you, we saw members of the community and of the police walking closer to the shaft. Tell us what's happening there.
What you're seeing, Michelle, together with our viewers, it is that strong presence of the police. Community members are also closer, actually at that shaft 11, at that hole. That is where the food or the water as well that we saw that community members had brought here is going to be sent. We saw a big sack that, the instant porridge, Movite, water, among other things. There were also batteries that were put there that are going to be sent through the rope, that the method in which it has been used to retrieve people from the underground. But also we understand that is the method that illegal miners use to go underground. It's the method that is being used by those that have been delivering water, food, medication underground before Operation Vala Umgoti intensified. And earlier on, Michelle, when we were talking, we had seen what seems to be a clash between, or a misunderstanding, or people, a colonel who is leading the operation and some community members, community leaders having a bit of a disagreement in terms of, they were raising an issue about quantity of items that needs to be sent underground. We had engaged with the colonel who is leading the operation, and he says, according to the information, the brief and the knowledge that he has, and it's just that the court ruling was not clear in terms of the quantity or the items that would be sent underground. But according to the information that he has in the brief, it was said that if there is food that is being sent underground or water, it should be about 500 bottles of water, 500 bags of instant porridge, 500 bags of Movite, but it looks like these items that are brought here are over 1,000, and they have been counting those items, Michelle, taking them down. There is water, instant porridge, Movite, among other things. It's also batteries that we understand that it's happening now. What you're seeing with our viewers, it's that process of having to tie that sack that has put those items inside there, tie the sack to the rope, and then start that process of taking those items underground. We also saw a statement that was released from the Department of Community Safety in the Northwest Province by that is led by MEC Wessels Moroeng, indicating that they have noted a preliminary ruling by the Gauteng High Court in Pretoria following that urgent application that was filed by Makua on Saturday. The MEC indicating that the department will comply with the court ruling. However, the department's legal team is studying the judgment, and it has to indicate that they are intending to oppose the ruling, as the next hearing is on Thursday, the 5th of December 2024. So that is the response, or rather the reaction from the department in relation to that court ruling that humanitarian aid can be sent to those illegal miners that are remaining underground. The statement indicating that they are intending to oppose that ruling. Michelle, you'll also understand there was supposed to be a briefing earlier today, but we were also being told by the community leader, Johannes Tanga, said that that meeting has been postponed. They were also expecting to meet with the MEC in relation to the task team that has been established in relation to the next step that will be taken. But I guess we are seeing the next step now is that of community members being given a green light for food and water to be taken underground, though it is an operational issue and it must be followed or be done orderly so. And that's why we are seeing the strong presence of police here on the ground. And when we were engaging with the colonel and asking, the reasoning behind so much, because I mean, in the past month, yes, there has been police on the ground, but not in this much number. And he has said that they are beefing up their members on the ground. No reason in particular, but also just so that as and when now community are being allowed to get closer to the shaft and assist in terms of bringing things there underground, there is that monitoring and ensuring that it is done so in an orderly manner, Michelle.
Refiloe, there's been some criticism for various organizations sending down this humanitarian aid, right? Some of the critics will say perhaps this is a way of supporting and encouraging criminality. But the people who are part of these humanitarian efforts, and they are mostly community organizations, they will tell you that they are in the business of saving lives, not nationalities. They don't care what these people have done. They want to help however they can.
Indeed, Michelle. I mean, that is the question that I posed to Johannes a little bit earlier on, to say, as much as they are seeing it as sending help, sending food and water underground to help people that are there because they don't have the energy. But there's also the other side to say, how sure are you that those, after they get the water, the instant porridge, they will come to the surface on their own? But also you are raising an issue of nationality. You remember that last week, Saturday, the Minister of Police was even to some extent criticized to say that he is making some xenophobic, and that is based on, we heard the Human Rights Commission also raising that concern, to say, the minister was talking about how majority of the people that are being arrested in this operation are the people from they are foreigners, because we know that majority of them, they are from Mozambique, they are from Zimbabwe, some are from Lesotho, Namibia. But these community members are not saying, they are saying we should not now have what we are trying to do at this moment in time is to save life. It doesn't matter the nationality, because these are our brothers and sisters. These are our brothers. These are people that we live within the community as well. And to some extent, us as community members, we understand as to why they had to engage in this illegal activity. Not that we are condoning it. They were talking about the issue of poverty, issues of unemployment. And it's something that the minister has also touched on, to say that when we are looking, or this operation is conducting, maybe the other thing we need to look into is the issue of poverty and the issue of unemployment. How is that being handled even for them as government, so that they don't see people engaging in illegal activities and therefore citing unemployment and poverty as the reason why they're engaging in these illegal activities, Michelle. But like you're saying, when you are posing a question to say, are you supporting what is seen as a criminal act? What is a criminal act? Because with the MEC and the law, the police is saying that at the end of the day, during these discussions that are ongoing, we need to be honest about people engaging in criminal activity, illegal mining. Among other things, is also being in the country undocumented, because most of them that are being arrested, they are not found to be in possession of their document or being in the country legally. So, and that's why there is that process of having to, confirm their nationality, confirm their age as well, and also engaging with embassies from the neighboring countries like Mozambique and Zimbabwe, Lesotho and Namibia. But this for most, civil organizations that are saying that this is just an effort to save life. We are not opposing and we are not against Operation Vala Umgoti, but we are saying the operation, maybe there is some things that you omitted in the process. You failed. That's what we heard from, and I quote community leader Tembile Botman when he was talking during that engagement with the police minister on Friday, to say that you failed in as you were planning to look into or deal with issues of human rights, of life saving, amongst others, and that's why maybe as much as you are continuing to conduct this operation, you need to go back into the drawing board on some of the things that have been omitted as you were planning this. The minister saying we have taken notes of all the things that you have raised, but they stand firm, Michelle, in saying Operation Vala Umgoti continues, because he was also talking about the numbers to say in the Northwest Province alone, since August until now, over 1,300 illegal miners that have been arrested. And since Operation Vala Umgoti, he was talking about over 2,000 of people that have been arrested during this operation. To them, it's a success. The strategy that they are using now to restrict water, food, and any humanitarian aid to go underground, it has worked for them, and that's what they are saying, because we are seeing people that are emerging from underground and saying, when you are asking what made you to come out, they are talking about issues of dehydration. They're talking about issues of starvation as well, indicating that they have been underground for months now. Even with the food that was sent there, they were not able to get access to those food, having to find other means of being alive there underground, eating things like cockroaches. Very creepy. To those that we have spoken to today, they were telling us about having to mix things like water, vinegar, salt, tartaric, amongst others. Toothpaste as well is one of the things that they had indicated that they have been eating there underground, Michelle. But that which we are seeing, it's as a result of that ruling by the court. Community members are there with the strong presence of the police monitoring and ensuring that the food, the Movite, the instant porridge, the water and the batteries that we saw that was being counted there, they are being sent there in an orderly manner. And we understand in the next couple of days, Michelle, this is exactly what will be happening. However, the colonel was saying, because these community leaders are indicating that there are more people that they have engaged with in terms of getting more donations of food, it doesn't mean that it's something that is going to happen every day. Because at the same time, they also need to be given space, Michelle, to conduct this operation.
Refiloe Seboko is live to us from the scene. These live pictures coming to us from Stilfontein mine in the northwest.